Hello, good morning, everyone. Welcome to this Rock Your Data with Power Query group study number 3. Just have a quick warming up on this Saturday morning. Type hi or hello in the chat just to greet each other together. Type hi or hello at once. Yes, hi Chiu, hello Tan, and Nuru, Kalima, Rag, Cassandra, Ling Ling. Yes. Welcome. And today we are going to learn about how to use Power Query. So this is a group session number 3. So that means I will expect certain things. Prior to that, I have something interesting because some people, they say to me, hey, Tai, when I see you, you always talk about Excel. You have no life. So because of that, I have a small event announcement before we jump start. The first one I want to mention, this is a meet and greet. It's about how to use clay to create our mark, our bowl or plate. Again, this disclaimer, I have not got nothing from this particular shop. So basically, you can get your ticket online. So if you get a ticket online 2 days in advance, at least you can get a discounted rate. So yep. So this is the things happening on 13 June, Saturday, about 2 weeks from today. So we are going to have a good session. So it's about 1 hour plus from 11. Yeah. So the place is my town. If you want to have fun together with like-minded people, come and join us. Yeah. So this is a quick announcement. So now we go back to here, our learning agenda. At the very beginning, we will have a quick intro and welcome. And we will recap about R.O.C.K framework. Today, we're going to cover something different. And why we want to use R.O.C framework because of R.S.M. And then we want to apply O, that's typo, apply O in the R.O.C framework. And we will have a practice time. And towards the end, we have closing. So there are some prerequisites here. First, you want to use Excel 2019 or above running on Windows. If I'm running on Mac on 365, the behavior is rather similar. The only buttons, the wording might be different, the placement icon might be different. If you want to follow along, feel free to follow along. If you're using other spreadsheet, sorry, this session is not for you. And you want to know how to use Power Query Editor. Because this is group session number 3, I will not go through the basic. I will just jumpstart and just to make use of all these things. And then focus. If you slip your mind a little bit, I will not repeat because I want to respect for whoever focus in the session. So if you agree with these 3 prerequisites, please type number 3 in the chat. If you don't, please type number 0. It's okay to say no because the session is not for everyone. If you're okay to abide for these 3, please type number 3 in the chat. Okay, good. Thank you. And I want to have a quick intro about me. Some of you may see me for the very first time. Just this is a quick intro. My name is Tai, and people call me Tai. Tai is my surname, and my full name is called Tai Shu Tang. Last time there was a music composer. He said my name is so boring and not memorable. And he suggested me to use Excel Sifu because of 3 reasons. The first reason is my hair is very short. And second reason is I'm very skinny. And the third reason is I tell you when I meet you. Okay, so the numbers on the screen, those are the years of experience I have on different timing of my previous life. I was a programmer, so that means I'm quite comfortable with programming, with coding. So I'm quite okay with keyboard and all those. And with AI, I could do things much more faster and easier. So that means I'm able to help you to automate your work. Then I move on to SAP ERP. That experience taught me sometime in an organization that have a lot of data. Usually people download the data from server and multiple files combined to become a single file. So that experience taught me there are ways in Excel, just without AI, we are able to make it work for us easier. Then I move on to project management role. So that experience taught me fast and accurate report is very, very important. Our management makes very important decisions based on the report we have submitted to them. So therefore, there are ways to make the reporting easier for us to prepare and also easier for them to read. On one fine day in year 2013, my boss came to me and said, "Tai, thank you very much for your contribution, and this is a letter and the door is over there." That moment I got retrenched, I feel a little bit not fair. Why me? There's a lot of things come into my head. Then I realized my calling is seeing people grow. So therefore, I became a trainer until today. After that, I always wanted to have my own book. And in year 2023, I published my first book called Rock Your Data, where you are going to learn today. And continue second year, Excel for HR. Continue data-driven sales leadership. This year, work in progress, almost finishing, is Find Your Insights. It's a framework help a person to see the data and how they're able to come out the reports that's useful to their management team or whoever reads the report. Sometimes, even though with the AI may not able to produce useful report. So this is a framework thinking to help us to go through all this. So this is a quick intro about me, and you can know how am I able to assist you and value add to you. So now we are about to start. If you are ready to start, please type ready in the chat. If you're ready to start, please type ready in the chat. Just now it was welcome and introduction. Yes, ready. Yes. And we are going to recap about R.O.C.K framework. So for those of you who have attended, it's a good refresher. For those of you attending for the first time, welcome learning this R.O.C framework. R.O.C framework is, we'll go through this experience and then I summarize why we want to learn this R.O.C framework. Look at this and guess what is this? And type in the chat. For those of you who know the answer, you type wrong answer. For those of you who have no idea, just guess. What is this? No right, no wrong, no standard answer. Just guess. What is this? Some of you may feel a bit scary. I don't know. Okay, it's dark cloud. Okay, thank you, Melody. How about the rest? Yeah, some of you may say it's a dark ink, spill ink. Some of you may, because it's Saturday morning, some of you haven't taken anything. You may see something special. Maybe nasi lemak. Okay. It's weird thing. Okay. Black ink, marker ink. No way it's nasi lemak. When too hungry, people start seeing things lah. Last time there was a person, he said is mee goreng. Okay, so now we want to know more about this particular object. I will need to switch on the light to see the surface and chang. So this is a rock retrieved during Apollo 15 mission from Moon. So you can see the surface is not even. It has small, big holes, and the color just like that, just like normal rock on Earth. So this is what we can see. If I want to see more about this particular rock, I will need to take a sample and enter the lab and place it under microscope to take this colorful photo. Yes, it is taken from that rock. Not particular rock, but the rock from the moon. Yep, so that means they are, even though with the same object, we could have three different levels of observation. First, we check on the silhouette, check on the outline, the details inside is not visible. And then we want to check on the surface and continue checking on the microscopic level. So that brings us to the rock. How we want to inspect our data, we go through this framework. R stands for rectangle. It's just like inspecting the rock on the silhouette level, quick, fast, and may not be 100% accurate. What we want to observe in our data is we do not want to have blank rows, blank columns, and it grows vertically and no merging. O stands for only one. one cell, one data, one record, one row, and one header. C stands for careful. And this is like a microscopic level of inspection. We want to make sure our data do not have extra spaces, decimal with or without decimal, date with or without the time. Lastly, to make the whole thing reusable, we want to keep raw data raw. There are three things we do not want to do it. We do not want to change the data directly. We do not want to add new column in between our data, and a big no-no for any color coding. So today we're going to learn about O. So let's dive in on the O. Sometimes the data you receive, you might encounter a situation like this. They are combined together in a single cell and separated by comma. Sometimes you see people enter the data for a range of date or number. They use dash or dot, dot, dot. And just curious, have you seen such data before? Yes or no? Type in the chat. Have you seen this before? People combine multiple data using comma. Sometimes they combine multiple data using multiple lines. You have seen it before. Yes, very, very common. Thank you for responding, Cassandra. So these are the things we do not want to have because it's easy to keep track of the data. And when we want to summarize it, we want to present the report, it's not easy. So how? We want to do everything in this way. Alpha, one cell, one data. Same goes with the number, one cell, one data, and the date also same thing. The same applies for the Bravo, the number, and the date. On the left side, one line or one row, this is multiple record combined together. When we break it down on the right side, one line only has one complete record. Even though it looks redundant, such data, it makes computer very easy to analyze. And on the top, the header, on the left, where it has more than one line, sometimes they are combined together. We want to make sure only has one line of the header, like the one on the right side. So later we are going to go through another unique situation about only one. We will learn that one together. Let's recap together on the R.O.C.K. And we have R stands for rectangle. We want to make sure our data has no blank rows, no blank columns. It grows vertically and has no merging. O, which is what we are going to learn today. We want to make sure everything's combined into a single one, and we want to break it down as small as possible. That means one cell, one data, one record, one row, and one header. And our data do not have any trap as per now. As we move on to the future sessions, we are going to have more and more complex stuff. Okay, so these are the things we have. And now after I shared this one for a couple of years, I realized it's not enough. There are so many situations out there. So therefore, I have a book called R.O.C.K Your Data. This book shows the root causes of many struggle a person using spreadsheet they may encounter or they are encountering at that moment. So it uses generalized principles. It doesn't show us how, it just shows us what to expect at the end so that our data is easier to use for analysis. So with this knowledge, you are able to create your own solution, and this knowledge is able to, together with you for the next 100 years. And because in Excel, there are many ways to handle such situation. It could be using formulas, using macro or VBA, using Power Query, where we're going to learn today, Python, and many other ways. So there's a specialized course called R.O.C.K Your Data with Power Query, which is what we are going to learn today. It's a small exercise from this whole full day, 2-day course. And this book is available in Edpage, Popular, and Kinokuniya. And thank you for your support. Okay, so this is about the R.O.C.K framework. So now we go to the R.S.M. What I wanted we are doing, we want to have this mentality, or we want to make sure our works is easier to handle. The purpose we are choosing Power Query because of R.S.M. The reason we want to use Power Query to implement the R.O.C framework is also because of R.S.M. R stands for reusability. We want to make sure we only do it once and then we can reuse it for the future reporting, even though the data changes. Secondly, we want to make sure it's scalability. Now, presume I only have 3 months data, first quarter. Next quarter, I may have 6 months data. I want to make sure my data or my reporting, the way I'm going to use, is able to automatically scale to accommodate more data in the future. So that's called scalability. And thirdly is maintainability. It means whenever we need to do some changes or some adjustment, the effort is minimal. So that's called maintainability. Later on, I will recap all these three things and what does that mean inside Power Query. So now, we are going to apply only one in the R.O.C.K framework. Before that, I want to give you the thinking process, how this thing works. Like this one, type in the chat based on the R.O.C.K. Anything not so right or anything is okay about this data, type in the chat. I want to see your observation. Type in the chat. Presume this data you receive, and you need to use this one for some reporting work. R means rectangle. Does it have blank cells? Does it have any merging? No merging. Okay. Does it have any multiple headers? Nope. It only has single header on the top. Very good. So does it have combined data with comma and dash of a range? Yes or no? Nope. Okay, very good. Yes, Ling spot something. Mine's put in the different tab. Very good. So how do you come out this thing? Because you're thinking only one. When you see multiple, it's more than one. So this is only for the single month of January. If I see the February, March, and sometimes it's very common, people keep data separately in multiple tabs. That is perfectly okay for data keeping. It's not vertical because it's span across multiple tabs. Yeah, the tricky part over this kind of data is multiple tabs. Just now we mentioned only one. We're only talking about the cell, the data on the top, but the tab we did not mention. When you use the meaning of only one, you can extend it. Yes, the tricky part of this one. So how to handle? That's very good. Thank you, Ling Ling, and thank you, Jennifer, for responding. Good job. And how to handle? Presume this data you have. Hey, it's okay to keep it in a different tab. When you want to analyze it, you want to combine them together. Okay, so because we are going to produce some reports later on, maybe in the future, you need to combine them together. So you can have multiple tabs, it's okay. What we want to have is to combine them to become something like this one. In certain situation, our data is not kept inside the one in a spreadsheet. It's on the tab. So therefore, we want to keep the tab name inside the column, either at the very beginning or at the very end, depends on your situation. Yeah, one column, one data, very good. So sometimes people keep the data inside the tab. I have seen this very, very common. I'm just curious, have you seen this before? People keep the meaning of the data on the tab. Yes, Melody, meaning need the data clean. Yes, we are going to use Power Query. We only need to set it once. And then when the data changes, we can reuse it again and again. Yeah. So just curious, have you seen this before? People keep some meaning of the partial of the data on the tab, maybe the product name, maybe the region, perhaps the person in charge. Have you seen this before? Just curious. Yes or no? Let me know in the chat. Yeah, sometimes people have these multiple tabs. It's okay when you don't need say for lah. There are ways to work around. There are ways to work around. You are coming to the right session. Yes, very good. Yeah. It's very common. People doing this one because in their head, it's just like a piece of paper. I keep different sheet for different data. So when they flip to different pages, like the actual book, they can see that. And whenever it's different pages, computer, it's not easy to understand. Yes, when everything into single tab, it's easier for us to filter. Maybe you want to do some sorting, we can do it later. So this is a thinking process, and we are going to see the before and after. Before is multiple tab, after everything combined together, either at the very beginning or at the end. Now is the practice time. Yes. After we have all this thinking process, now we're going to implement in our work. Just want to know, have you downloaded the files and extract everything like this one? When I say extract means, if you double click open on your folder, if on your folder you see the wording called compress size like this one, you have not extract them. On the top, you will see the wording called extract, or you could just right click on the file, choose extract all. Make sure you have extract all. After you have done, go to the folder. Tab number 1, once you have extracted all your files. Tab number 1, once you have extracted all your files. Because if you did not extract, just double click whatever file you have downloaded from the group, you will not able to continue. Okay, remember extract all first. If you have no idea how to extract, let me show you again. Yeah. Let me show you again. It's over here. Go over here, right click on the file you download from server or from the group, choose the wording called extract all. When you choose extract all, it will ask you where you want to keep the file. Something like this, where you want to keep the file. Then choose extract. I just press escape. Then go to the folder you have extracted. Okay, Nurul has done it. Tab number 1, once you have gotten the file extracted, I give you all for another few seconds. The links is inside the group. Someone in the group, could you send it again? Someone in the group, could you send it again? Yeah, let's wait for a while. For those of you in the group, please send, yeah. Because some of you just join. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I see Zakira just forwarded the file. Okay. Tab number 1, once you have gotten the file ready, we will not curse you one. We are kind people. We only ask you to buy us breakfast, lunch, and dinner. See, we will not curse you one. And we accept touch and go. Ching. Just kidding, just kidding. Nonsense. Okay, wait for 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds. Once we start, we will continue. Okay. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Okay, so we are start. Over here, I have 3 files. You do not need to open, yeah? Only me open to demonstrate the thinking process. Once I'm done, I will close the file and continue the work. If you choose to open, remember to close it before you continue. Okay, so let me explain the 3 files here. Here, there are 3 files. Just like our work, sometimes we download the data file at different timing. And you will see it has a version 1, version 2, and version 3. And for the first time, we are going to use version 1 to do some processing. Once it's done, we want to reuse the same work and go to version 2 and expect everything works. If there are required some changes, that is minimal changes. Once it's done, when we move on to version 3, everything should work perfectly. So that will showcase how we're able to implement the R.S.M. Reusability, scalability, and maintainability. Now, I open the file. If you open the file, remember to close, yeah? So I open the first file. Here's my first file. Let me zoom out a little bit. Type in the chat what's not so right on this data. Using the framework R.O.C.K, yeah? Okay. What's not so right about this data? Maybe I type it on the screen. Rectangle. Rectangle, does it have any blanks, blank rows, blank column? Blank rows and columns. Do you see any? Okay. No right, no wrong. Okay. Participate. When you participate and you make mistakes, you remember even better. Thank you, Zakira, for responding. How about the rest? You participate lah. You know how to participate? Type lah, type. It looks like no blank rows, no blank columns. Very good. And thank you for responding. It looks no blank rows, no blank columns on this block. How about the one on the top? Tricky, right? Maybe. The answer is yes, because Excel will get the data from the top to bottom like this one. It will not skip the one in the beginning. So if our data start in the middle, the one on the top of it, they are considered part of the data. So this is how Excel behave, yeah? So now we know as blank rows, that is 3 and 4. So blank rows as 3 and 4. Let's type this one, 3 and 4. How about, does it have any merge cell? Does it have any merge cell? Yes or no? Look at the data, everything, any merge? Looks like no. Okay, on the top also have no. And does the data goes vertically? As it goes vertically. So that means it doesn't expand towards right side whenever has more data expanded. Okay, yeah, it's vertical. Very good. So that's R. Then go for the O. O, does it have one cell, one data? One cell, one data? Yes or no? So that means does it have multiple data combined together? Yeah, one cell, one data. Very good. It's yes, yes, yes. Okay. Does have one record, one row? One record, one row? Yes, one record, one row. Very good. Then how about one header? How many lines on the top of the data? How many lines? It could be quite tricky. So I want to train you all to think this way. How many lines on the top? 4, 5. The data is over here. And this is the header. And the one on the top is over here. So that means if let's say I want to see the header, this part could be part of the header. Part of the header. Yeah, because it's above the data. So the header for this perspective is more than one line, including the blanks on the top. So that means I need to remove the top row. So how I'm going to redo this one, later I want to remove top 4 rows. When I remove top 4 rows, it will remove the blank rows at the same time. These blank rows, it will get removed. Because if I remove 4, everything on the top will get removed. So this is how we are going to do it. So this is for the alpha. I go to Bravo. Let me zoom out a little bit. Is this similar pattern? 4 rows on the top that we need to remove? Yes or no? Is it the same pattern? Sometimes it goes by the number of rows. Sometimes it goes by the certain indicator. Yes, it's the same 4 rows. How about Charlie? Charlie, Is it the same 4 rows on the top that we want to remove? Charlie, how about this one? Yes. Then we go to delta. How about delta? Same top 4 rows. So by using this kind of observation, we can roughly know, hey, I just can remove top rows on the top before I combining the data. So this one way. Sometimes the data on the top may not be a good indicator for the number of rows. Another way, we can use a certain value of the cell. Example, third column. When I see that this one is blank, can I just remove them? Yes, because quantity has always, it has value. So whenever the column C, the third column is blank, I could remove it. Using similar thinking, so this second method, similar thinking, we go to Charlie. Does it work? When I see the third column blanks, remove the row. Yes, it works. How about Bravo? Yes, it works as well. Then how about Charlie? Yes, it works. So you can see there are few ways of getting the same thing done. The way I'm showing you is a thinking process using R.O.C.K. Can I? Okay, so now we have this is version 1. A quick pop quiz. Version 1, how many tabs are there on the top? Version 1. Type in the chat, how many tabs are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? 4 tabs. Very good. It's not a trick question. There's no hidden data here. Okay, let me close version 1. Close version 1 without saving. I go to open version 2. Version 2. How many tabs are there in version 2? How many tabs? Version 2. Do a count. How many? 8. Yes, more. As more. So we want to make sure this one is called scalability. Initially, our file is only 4 tabs. When we change to version 2, it increases to 8 tabs. We want to make sure our method still works for 8. So that's called scalability. Let me type it here. It's called scalability that we want to have later on. Let's do a random check. I go to echo. Same thing. First 4 rows, we don't need. Foxtrot, same, golf, and hotel. When all of them, they are the same, we can just apply them. Okay, so this version 2. Let's go to version 3. Ching, ching, ching. Version 3, there's a lot more tabs. Okay, how many tabs are there in version 3? How many tabs? See how fast can you count? How many tabs? Type in the chat. 15. You can see, if let's say I do not have this awareness of scalability, I will need to do it one by one. Whenever there are new tabs coming in, I need to redo. So by having this R.S.M thinking process, we know we do not want to do it again. Okay, very good. 15. Okay. Now I close this file. No file is opening at this moment. Open a brand new Excel file. Open a brand new Excel file. If you have opened a brand new Excel file, please type number 1 in the chat. Type number 1 once you have opened a brand new Excel file. Very good. Very good. Many of you got it. So now we have it here. We go back to our folder just now. Go back to our folder. The folder where we can see the version 1, version 2, version 3. We are going to copy the address. Go to the top. Go to the top, yeah. Right click and choose copy address. Right click and choose copy address. Click. After you copy address, you will see nothing happen. Okay, copy address. After you copy address, go back to Excel. Go back to Excel. Data. Data. Go to left side. Some of your Excel version may be in the middle. there's something called get data. Click get data from file from Excel workbook. Yes, a similar name called from Excel workbook. Click, then it will ask you where is your folder or where is your location. Usually we will copy and paste one by one. So now we go to the bottom, just paste whatever we have copied and open. Once you open, you can see there's a version 1, version 2, version 3. If you are able to see these files listed, please type number 2. If you get an error, you remember go back to your file, extract all. If you get an error, remember go back to your file and extract all, because your file is not an actual folder. So if you extract all, some of you just joined recently, go to the file you have downloaded, right click and choose extract all. Then repeat the process just now. Yeah, because you are double click on this one, you cannot get it one. Right click, extract all. It will ask you where you want to extract the file to. Click extract and go to the folder. After you go to the folder, go back to the top, right click and copy address. Okay, can because at the very beginning, I have mentioned this one. If you miss certain step, watch the recording. Okay, so now we have this one here. Many of you managed to get it. We choose version number 1. Choose version 1, double click. Choose version 1, double click. And it will show you list of the worksheets inside that file. Currently as Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, and Delta. We want to make sure this is scalable in the future. So that means currently it's only 4 tabs. In the version 2, it'll be 8 tabs. We want to make sure it's able to expand in the future. If you want to extract all or extract everything inside this particular file, click on the folder. Not any of them, click on the folder. If you click on the folder, so that means you want to have all worksheets, and some people call it all tabs. So you have everything. When you choose, then you can see the button in the middle. Sometimes you will see the wording called extract, edit, transform data, or transform. The wording might change in the future. You just make sure the button in the middle on the lower right corner. Currently, my version says transform data. Whatever wording in your version is, doesn't matter. Just click the button in the middle. Transform data. And let's wait for a while. And it will bring us to a place called Power Query Editor. If you are inside Power Query Editor, please type number 3 in the chat. Type number 3 in the chat once you are inside here. -3. Okay, thank you for responding. Over here, you will see it gives you the name of the worksheet. And currently, the worksheet, the kind is called sheet. If you scroll towards the right side a little bit, it will show hidden false. So that means all these worksheets, they are not hidden. So that means they are visible. In certain situation, if you just want to extract the data of the visible sheet only, if that's the case, you could just filter. If that's the case, now for us, we just want to extract everything. Okay, to extract everything, we go to the column called data. It has an expand column, expand data. Just click on that one. Click on that one. And you will show 3 columns. Sometimes your data, certain data may be more than 3 columns. If that's the case, you want to click load more. Load more, you will load individual tab and will show all the possible combination. Sometimes this is the one you need. So now we just click load more. It will only show us 3 columns because all our tabs only have 3 columns. Now we just click load more for experiment. You can see only 3 columns. We do not want to use original column name as prefix. The original column name, that means it will use the name called data and put a dot before all the name here. For example, the first one, it becomes data.column1, data.column2, and so on. Certain situation, this is useful. For our situation here, not really useful. So we can just ignore that one. Ignore that one. Then click OK. When you click OK, you will see the data got expanded. If you're able to get something like this one, please type number 4 in the chat. Very good. Our data has this one. Just now, we mentioned we can remove top 4 rows, but somehow when the data combine together, the top 4 rows are no longer consistent. They are no longer always on the top 4 rows. What else can we use? See how many of you still remember. You can see this is 4 rows. These are the things we want to remove. But they are no longer equals to top 4. Yes, blanks equals to now. Yes, you are right. Blanks equal to now. You can see that there's a now. It's called blank, equivalent to blank in Excel. How can I, okay, back to this situation. How could I get rid those in the blue boxes? Those lines. How can I get rid of them? I cannot use remove top rows. What method? Filter now. Very good. Which column? Filter now. Column 1, 2, 3. Which one? Which column? Yes, column number 3. Very good. You can see column number 3. They are consistently now. Whenever they are now, we can just remove it. So now we go to the column number 3. Click on the filter button and clear off the now. The one the now. And click OK. Click OK. You will see all the beginnings of the block, they all disappears. If you're able to get up to this one, please type number 5. Yes, column number 3. Yes. We are almost there. Almost there. We have Alpha, we have Bravo, Charlie. So this is the data we get it from the worksheet. On the top, column 1, column 2, column 3, ask ourselves, are these columns name descriptive? Does it meaningful? Does it tell us something? Yes or no? Does it tell us what is the data underneath? No, it doesn't. So we are going to rename the column header. There are a few ways to rename it. The first way is go to the column number 1, double click and type a new name and press enter. Okay, type ID, enter. Another way, I could just click the data underneath. This is the date. I want to use the date inside here. I click on the date, copy, Control C. Go to column number 2, double click, and just paste it and press enter. I can do the same thing. Quantity, Control C, go to column number 3, double click, paste it, and press enter. So I can just copy the data underneath and paste on the top. Once you have changed the name of these 3 columns, please type number 6. Very good, very good. We have these few columns. If I scroll towards the right side, you will see there are some residual columns from previous step. We do not want to keep them because it doesn't provide extra value for our reporting later on. For now, I only need 4 columns. Their names are name, ID, date, and quantity. So we go to the home. Go to the home. There's a button called choose column. By using choose column, you can decide which column to keep or which column you do not want to keep. We go to choose column. We can use the mouse to tick, tick, tick. Okay, I'm only keeping the first 4, and do not want to keep the remaining 3. Just clear them. After that, click OK. If you're only seeing 4 columns up to this one, please type number 7. Good, good. Any other things I need to do? For those of you who have attended previous sessions, any things I need to do? There are at least 3 things I need to touch up before I can bring this data back to Excel. What are the things I need to do? Final touch, final touch. Filter out the ID. Very good. Thank you, GK. The ID is not part of the data here. You can see there's ID. It's not part of the data. So we can go to any of them, either one of these columns, filter, and take out. So I go to ID for the demonstration. I go to ID. I don't want the ID. Click OK. They disappears. Very good. So this is how to filter out the data we don't need. So any other 2 more steps to bring this data back before bringing the data back. 2 more things. Okay, give you some hint. Yes, correct the data type. There are a few ways to do the data type correction. So I just want to show you the manual way, and then I will show another easier way. Easier way may not be accurate, yeah. Manual way, you can really decide based on the things you see on the screen. Order ID, the data type is suitable for us to use is text. Go to the ABC123 on the beside the ID, click, then we choose text. And some of you may not able to click on this add small button. Another way, you can go to the ID column, the header, right click, change type, and choose text. It's the same thing, yeah. Right click on the header, change type, text. So ID is a text. For the date and quantity, these are the data we have, and we want to ask Power Query to automatically detect the data underneath and decide the data type. For our data, is quite standard. It's not tricky, so we can use this method. Another way, we could just Control A to select everything. Go to Transform. Inside Transform, it has a button called Detect Data Type. Transform, Detect Data Type. It will based on the data type in that column and automatically detect. Not always accurate. Most of the time is workable. Check data type, and you will notice the date, it changes to date. The quantity changes to whole number. If I'm able to get this one, please type number 8. Type number 8. Power Query is very particular about data type. Okay. Good. One more thing before we bring this data back. One more adjustment. See how many of you can manage to get it. Not very obvious. One more adjustment before we bring this back. Give you a hint. What to do? The one I have underlined. Did it very good. Thank you, Zakira. Why did it? Why did it? You can see my session. I always show you the thinking process. When you know the thinking process, you are able to come up with your own solution. Look, yes, use more general name. Very good. Well done, Zakira. Use more general name. V1, Excel file, don't need, remove it. Because this particular works we have done is on V1. In the future, we are going to reuse this one for V2. Reuse it again for V3. If the name says V1, I will be confusing myself whether am I using V1, V2, or V3. When you want to make the something reusable, make it generic. Make it type on, let me type on the screen now. Want to make it reusable. So we want to use generic name. So we do not want to have all V1, V2, all this. Very good. So after remove, and once we have removed the v1.xlsx, please type number 9. If you have removed it, type number 9 in the chat. And lastly, how can I bring this data back to Excel? Teach me, how can I bring this data back to Excel? Teach me. Yeah, go to home. And then yes, you're right. Home, close, and load. Very good. Home, close, and load. Once you click close and load, you'll bring this whole thing to a brand new Excel tab. We close and load, you'll bring it back to Excel. And if you manage to see this data and type yay in the chat, you managed to make it yay. Need to celebrate. Yay, very good, very good. Nice. And just curious, how many of you are using Power Query for the very first time in your life? If you do, if this is your first time, you type number 1. If not your first time, type number 0. If not your first time, type number 0. Oh, many of you using this for the very first time. I'm very happy for you. If your data, the date it shows based on your computer setting. If your computer is Monday year, it will use your computer setting Monday year. Okay. If you want to change the formatting, everything is just like how you use Excel. Oh, many of you use it for the very first time. I'm this express session now. So since we are very first time, I want to show you how to go back to Power Query Editor. The quick way, go to data, just beside refresh all, you will see there's a button called Queries and Connection. Click that button repeatedly. And you will see something appears and disappears on your screen. For those of you are using Power Query for the very first time, do this. You see something appears and disappears? Yes, you see something appears and disappears. Go to movement tracking, use your mouse, double click, And this is the one of the easiest way to go back to Power Query. You can do all the changes once it's done. You can close and load to bring it back. If you are not doing any changes, you can just close it. Okay, just go to queries and connection, double click, go back here. Once you have done, close and load, or you can just discard the whole thing. Depends on your situation. And for those of you, you are using Power Query for the very first time. If you are manage to get this thing, go to Power Query Editor and come back. If you manage to get this one, please type OK in the chat. Just want to make sure you are okay. Manage to go in and come out. Okay. Very good. Hey, you're all very brave. Very good. And because you skip the first two sessions, you have a lot of learning from the first three sessions. Very good, very good. So we have this one, version 1 done. So we are going to change the file from version 1 to version 2. Version 2, help me to recall. Version 2, how many tabs do we have? Version 1, we have 4 tabs. We have Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta. And version 2, we have 8. Yes. Do we need to redo the whole thing? No, don't need. So now let's go back to Power Query Editor. Let's go back to Power Query Editor. If you manage to go back to Power Query Editor, please type number 1. Use whichever you prefer way to go back. Some of you may use shortcut key. Good. On your right side, you will see something called query settings. If I accidentally close this query setting here, I will not able to see it here on the right side. To bring it back is go to view, on the top view, and go to leftmost button. Some of your Excel version, you could see is a checkbox. Mine is a button. Click query setting and it appears. Just in case that particular part disappears, this is how to bring it back. Go to the source inside the apply steps, go to the source and double click on the source. Double click on the name source. Double click. And you ask us to browse the file. Browse and choose version 2. Choose version 2. Double click and click OK. If you manage to change the source correctly, you are able to see 8 rows here. If you're able to get this one, please type number 2. If you have changed the source, you're able to see 8 rows, type number 2. Very good. After you have done, go to the very last step. Go to the very last step and click change type. And ta-da! If you scroll down, you can see other tabs data also appears. If I'm able to see this one, please type number 3. Type number 3 in the chat. Very nice. Very nice. Let me summarize just how we have mentioned about the R.S.M. What does that mean? The whole queries, we can reuse it without much of extra effort. That is called reusability. And by after changing the source, we have more data appears, or this thing, and more data appears. That is called maintainability. It's called not maintainability. It's called scalability. Scalability. And by changing the source, minimal adjustment, and the whole thing works again, that is called maintainability. So that's R.S.M. So that is the reason when we have the R.O.C.K framework, that's end result. When we use Power Query in this way, we're able to make the work very easy to update in the future. Okay, that's R.S.M. Reusability, scalability, and maintainability. Now everything's done. Please teach me how can I bring the changes back to Excel. Teach me how can I bring this back to Excel. Yeah, go to home and then close and load. Very good. Close and load. Click close and load. And it goes back to Excel. Wait for a while for it to refresh and you will see it has more data appears. If you are able to see the new data appears, celebrate by typing yay. Celebrate, yay. We need to celebrate more. Very good, very good. So this is version 2. Before we continue, make a wild guess. We have not tested lah. Okay. The question is, ching ching ching. Aya. Will this work when I change the source from version? Yeah. From version 2 to version 3? Yes or no? Make a guess. Will this work? Yes or no? Version 3 has 15 worksheets. Will this work? Confirm. And sometimes I purposely doubt your answer, and the intention is to make you have more conviction. Yes, it's confirmed can work. Yeah, okay. Let's do this together. We are going to change from version 2 to version 3. Go to the queries, double click. Go to the source, double click on the source, browse, and change it to version 3. Okay. You see it has more tabs appears. When I click on the last tab, yes, it has more tabs as well. Clicking on the last tab is not necessary. It's just for checking. If you, after changing the source, you're happy with the result and you're confident it works, just click close and load. It works as well. Now I click close and load. I can see the data up to Oscar. If you can see the data up to Oscar after changing your data source, please type yay. I'll type a super long yay. Very happy now. Good. So this one we have gone through the learning, how we're able to use Power Query, apply the R.O.C.K framework, and also using Power Query to achieve the R.S.M, reusability, scalability, and maintainability, and everything works. So this is what we have done. So now, just curious, which department you are from? Please type in the chat. Which department are you from? Just curious. Finance, we have finance, payroll, marketing, admin, and which department you're from? HR. Mm-hmm. Okay. We have 2 finance, 1 payroll, 1 marketing, 1 admin, 1 HR. And interestingly, we have 28 people in the room. Only 5 people responded. The rest, oh, 1 leg kick. Okay. Finance, we have 3 finance. The reason I'm asking this one is to see which folder we want to go to, because there are 4 folders here. In your file, you will see there's a finance, HR, operation, and sales. Finance is a little bit tricky. The operation, sales, not so difficult. HR is somewhere in between. Okay. I see some of you not from sales. Very good. So we do the sales. uh, go to the sales, yeah. If you want to go to do it on your own, you can go for finance. Where I will see the time, I will attempt to do the easy one and see all your response, and we will continue to the next one. Let me open the sales folder. It has 4 files here, V1, V2, V3, V4. Let me open sales summary version 1. Look at this data. It's a bit tricky, this sales. Look at this data. We are going to apply the R.O.C.K. Rectangle. Let's ask, does it have any blank rows, blank columns? Blank rows? Any? Blank rows, yes, it has 2 and 3. How about blank columns? How about blank column? Does it have any blank column? Yes, the blank column C. So we are going to remove. How about, does it have any, does the data grows vertically? Does it goes vertically? Yes or no? Some say yes, some say no. How to tell? You can see there are 3 months data, right? Jan, Feb, March. 3-month data. If I have more data, let's see. I think this one is a little bit tricky one. No, this one cannot. This one, don't want. Okay, let's continue, finish the discussion. This one is a bit tricky. I forget to change this one. The data is not vertical because you can see the D, E, F, D to F, they are not the same. Whenever as more months data appears, it will go towards right side. It's not vertical. And does it have any merging? Does it have any merging? Yes, region is the one has merging. This one is very tricky, very tricky. We go through this one. Okay. Yeah, we need to unpivot. Unpivot. Oh, only one. Does it have any one record, one row? Not really, because one record has multiple months of data together. So they are not really one row. So we need to unpivot. So there's one row, we need to unpivot. Does it have any one header? Nope, it has some blank top. Yes, we need to remove top 3 rows. Let's scroll down. On the bottom doesn't have it. Yeah, one cell, one data, one cell, one data. Does it have one cell, one data? Yes. So this is a quick discussion for this sales summary. This is very tricky. We do not want to proceed this one. Too tricky, too tricky. I just realized I haven't make it simpler. Let's see. This one is a bit easier. This one is a bit easier. We go to operation. Go to operation. Some of you may feel some hiccup here because you missed the first 2 sessions, previous 2 sessions. Inside unpivot, inside operation, it has 4 files. I open file number 1. Look at this one, R.O.C.K, and double check. R means, does it have any, does it, R means rectangle, yeah, rectangle. Does it have vertical table? Okay, let's see. Does it have this one? Let me double check. Is it still same trickiness? Yeah, this is still the same thing. Cannot. Operation cannot. Okay. Too tricky. I just realized. Let's do this one. This one is a bit easier. Go to HR. My bad. Go to HR. HR, payroll summary. Look at this one. We have a rectangle. Rectangle, does it have any blank rows, blank column, blank rows, any blank row? Yes, it has blank row, number 9. And maybe there's more, and number 9, 14, and more. Very good. Does it have any blank column? Blank column? Blank column? No. There's no blank column. Does the data grows vertically? Yes, it grows vertically. So this R. Oh, only one. One cell, one data. Does it have multiple data combined in the single cell? One cell, one data? Yes, it is. How about one? On the top, there's one more thing. Does it have any merging? Merge. Yes, it has a merging cell. One record, one row. There's a one record, one row for O. Yes, it is. Then how about one header? One header, yes. And look at the tab, Look at the tab. There's a Jan, Feb, and March. So there are 3 different months. So with this one, we have to add on something. Is it one tab or one worksheet? No. So we're going to combine them together later using similar method. And here, just to tell you, some of you may miss the previous one. You want to get the data down is called fill down. Just right click on the header, you have something called fill down. To remove this blank, it's just like how you normally filter. Just use filter. A little bit easier for you. Okay, good. How long do you need to complete this one? How long do you need? How many minutes? Type in the chat. Just give yourself a little bit of scope. How long do you need? Okay, good. 5 minutes. So you do not do it from here. You do it from another Excel file. So after you have done 5 minutes, I will walk you through how to solve this one. So you have 5 minutes and the time starts now. 30 seconds. Once you are done, type done in the chat. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Okay, good. Welcome, Zakira, for completing this one. And for the rest, I will demonstrate how to do this. I go back to my folder, go to the top, right-click on the address, copy address, go back to my Excel file, data, get data, from file, from Excel workbook. Paste it, enter. I choose payroll summary version 1. Click on the folder as I want to import all the tabs. Transform data. Then it brings me to Power Query Editor. Over here, I want to expand it without using prefix. Click OK. And it has a name, department. I rename them now. ID, staff, and let's see, that is payroll. Good. There are some nouns, means blank row. I filter on the ID. When the ID doesn't exist, that means that particular row is empty. Remove it. Operation, and has now underneath. In the Excel file, it was a merge cell. Whenever the data comes into here, it will automatically unmerge. I go to department, right click, fill down. So it fill down. After this fill down, and there are certain things I don't need as well, I go to filter for the ID, take out the word ID. Okay. Almost done. There are certain things I don't need, which are the item kind hidden. I go to home, choose columns, and take the column that we don't need. Click OK. Almost the end, change the data type. You can see department is ABC123. The data type is not accurate. So I use a lazy method. Control A, select all, go to transform, detect data type. Click. All the data type is fixed. Sometimes we want to double check. The payroll is the whole number, staff is the text, ID is text, department is text. One more thing, make the name generic. I remove the v1.xlsx, press enter. Done. To bring this data back to Excel, I go to home, close and load. Wait for a while. So this is the first file. It has Jan, Feb, March. So this done. And I want to go back and start changing from version 1 to version 2. Go to payroll summary, double click, go to the source, double click, and browse. Choose the version 2. Okay. You can see as additional months. I go to the last step. It shows everything works perfectly. Just a quick run through. I go to the source and change it to version 3. Click OK. You will see as additional months. I go to the last step, scroll down. Yes, it's a May. So just a quick demo, last step. Go to browse and change to version 4. Okay. Additional month appears, June. Inside the apply step, I go to the last one. June appears. Where to expand the data? When you inside the source, there's something called Expand. Yeah, this to expand the data. Okay, so this is only for the first time. After that, you don't need to redo again. So I've changed to 4 version, close and load, and let's refresh. Done. So it has the month of June. Yes, up to the month of June. Very good. So this is how we can get it done for payroll summary. There are few techniques covered in the previous 2 sessions. If you did not take, maybe it's good for you to revise the recording because a lot of learning inside the recording. Here, I do not want to repeat, yeah. Okay, so this is done. The file path address you copy and paste in shortcut, yes. Can still select the file by folder. Yes, you can still select by the folder. The reason I go to the folder and copy address is I do not want to go here and go to the source, choose browse and go folder by folder. It is very tedious. Rather than go through them one by one, I just copy the address and paste it here. So it makes the whole thing a little bit faster. If you still prefer go folder by folder, perfectly okay. The techniques I'm going to share is a little bit faster. Okay, good. Any other questions besides asking me to repeat certain steps? Any other question? Okay, no, good. So now I'm going to invite you to do the final one, which is the finance. Let me check the finance file, double check. Finance file is something similar. Finance file is a bit tricky. It's very tricky. Okay, because same with others, let me explain the trickiness about some other files. Q1, Jan, Feb, March, Q1. If I go to Q2, it's no longer called Jan, Feb, March, become April, May, June. Up to just now, all our data, it presume all the headers, they are the same. When the headers are not the same, it will not able to combine them correctly. It will not. So therefore, this one is very tricky. I do not want to cover this one. I just let you all know, okay, it's possible, it's tricky. Now I want to invite you to practice this one, presuming all the headers are the same here. Just presuming all the headers are the same. Do not need to unpivot, just keep these 3 columns at this, just as a practice. Okay, let me explain in Q1. Look at the Q1. We are using R.O.C.K to inspect the data. I'm inside finance, yeah, inside finance, Q1. We are using R.O.C.K to inspect the data. Rectangle. Does it have any blank rows? Any blank rows inside finance summary? Yes or no? Have 2, 3, 4, 14, 19, and more. Yes. How about blank column? Does it have any blank column? Yes, it has a blank column B. Does the data goes vertically? The answer is no, because now we just ignore this one. We just ignore this one for now. Does it have any merging? Does it have any merging? Yes, the department is merging. So that's O. The next one is, this R, and the next one is O. Only one. Now we're going to check. Does it have one record, one row? Yes. Because we ignore the Jan, Feb, March, we ignore them, we keep that as one. Okay, does it have one cell, one data? Does it have combined using comma or dash? Yes, everything have it. Does it only have one header? That means on top of the data, does it have anything? This is a bit tricky. It's no, because there are some top rows on the top. What does that mean? Here. Yeah, these are the blanks on the top. Yeah, we are going to remove. Here you can choose remove rows, or I can choose one of the things to filter. For example, filter based on the noun. Here in the Q1, I have operations, sales, finance, HR. So there's Q1 data. When I close it, I go to Q2, summary 2, version 2 has Q2. Presume that we ignore the month on the top, yeah? Ignore the month, we just combine the data. The structure is similar, 4 rows on the top. This is blank. Okay, so same goes for the version number 3. And by the way, I just noticed, do we need to keep the subtotal? Yes or no? Do we need to keep a subtotal? We don't need. Why? Since we already have the data, can we calculate ourselves? The answer is yes. So whenever you see the subtotal, grand total, you want to remove them. Yeah, you want to remove them. So this version 3, something similar. Okay, so now it's your turn to do the finance for the version 1. Once you have done, change it to version 2, make sure everything works, and continue changing until the end. So you have, how long do you need? How long do you need? Ching, ching, ching. No answer. No answer, 1 minute lah. No, just kidding. Okay, 10 minutes. Can give you a little bit longer time, 10 minutes. Once you have done, please type done in the chat. If there's something you're not quite sure, type in the chat. I'll be answering via the chat as well. Then after I answer, I will explain during the session afterward. So you have 10 minutes and the time starts from now. 2 more minutes. One more minute. Thirty seconds. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Okay, good job, good job. Let's see how many of you have done. Well done, Haslia, Hasdia, Zakira, Ellie, well done, well done. Okay, good. So let me walk you through how you're able to handle this situation. Yeah. On the top, I go to the address bar, right click, copy address, go back to my Excel file, data, get data, from file, from Excel workbook. Paste the location I have copied in the file name, press enter, and it brings me to the finance folder. Choose finance summary version 1. Double click. Then it will ask us which tab we want to import. We want to import everything. Currently it's only one. We click on the folder, transform, and it brings us to Power Query Editor. Over here, I want to expand the data. Here, click expand. These are the columns. I don't need to use a column name as prefix. Click OK, got expanded. Column number 2, this is a blank. Right click, remove. There are nouns on the top. Filter the data based on the noun. Very good. And I want to copy the header. Copy and paste it one by one. Cost center, description. Over here, Jan Fed March. Jan Fed March. Okay, done. Operation, there's a lot of nouns underneath because it was merged. So when we bring the data into Power Query, it will automatically merge. Right click on the header department, fill down. And then I want to take out the department name. Okay. So it's done. So let's see. Almost done. There are additional columns that we don't need. We could just go to choose columns and take the column that we don't need. Click OK. So it only giving the Q1, the department, cost center, description, Jan, Feb, March. Before we bring this one, there are 2 fine tuning I need to do. So What are the two fine tunings I need to do here before I load the data back to Excel? Please type in the chat. Two fine tuning before I need to do, before I bring the data back. Okay, good. The name. Make the name generic. The V1, remove it. Enter. The next one is the data type. Click one of the cells, Control A, go to transform, detect data type. Everything's done. So double check. Okay. Then go to home, close and load. Wait for a while for it to load the data back to here. Okay. So this is a Q1 data. Let me go back to the Power Query, double click, finance summary, double click on the source, browse, and choose version 2. Okay. Because I have a little bit confidence on this Power Query, after changing the source, I see Q2 appears. I go to home, close and load, and it will immediately bring the data back to Excel and refresh. Then I can see Q2. I can do the same thing, right click, I double click, go to the source, change the source from version 2 to version 3. Okay. I can see Q3 here. Close and load. Let you refresh for a while. Yes, it's done. I can see Q3. So this is the things how it's able to get the whole thing done. So let's recap a little bit. Just how we learn about R.O.C.K. And we also have gone through a little bit quick one. The R means rectangle. So we want to make sure it has no blank rows and column. We also want to make sure the data goes vertically, vertical table, and no merging. We have gone through the O. O means only one. We want to make sure our data has one cell, one data, one record, one row, and also it has one header. Plus, just now we want to make sure all in one place or in a single tab. So these are the things we have gone through, and you can see the thinking process help us to identify what are the things to fix. And we also have gone through the R.S.M. What is R.S.M? Participate a little bit, type in the chat. What do you still remember about R.S.M? Very good. Reusability, scalability. Very good. One more. M. M is what? Yes, maintainability. Yeah, good. So this R.S.M, reusability means we only do it once and then we can do it. We can reuse a similar step for the next file. Scalability means we have multiple tabs added, is able to accommodate more tabs in the future. Maintainability means we can make the whole thing work just by changing the data source. Minimal adjustment. Very good. Well done. So this is what we have learned. So I just want to invite you type in the chat, what is the one thing that you like the most about this kind of session? Type in the chat, what's the one thing you like the most? Thank you, Melody. Thank you, Hasliya. Step-by-step guide. How about the rest? Thank you, Ling Ling. Very clear explanation plus hands-on practice. Easy to catch up. Told my internet line not so good. Good. And the recording will be available after this. So you can catch up using recording. Clear and structured explanation. Very good. Thank you, Ellie. And easy to understand. No boring spots. Thank you, Cassandra. Thank you for coming back again and again. Good. So now we are coming towards the end. Let's turn on your camera for a simple group photo. And thank you, Shasha mentioned clear and easy to understand, even line not so good. Yeah, turn on your camera so they can. Yeah, if the okay for two question later on I will answer. Yeah, I think that will be beneficial to many of us here. Turn on your camera if you're okay, and you can choose an emoji or choose a different animals if you want to take a simple group photo. Chang chang chang. Let's wait for a while. Some people, makeup, makeup, makeup. Okay. Do you know Zoom allows you to put on your lipstick? Yeah. You can change a different color of lipstick. Okay. For those of you are not turning on your camera, you could just show some reaction. Okay. So we are going to take the group photo in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and smile. I will send this photo in the group later. Okay, I'm very happy to see more and more people coming online. And now I want to answer two questions. And if you have any question, feel free to ask in the chat. Yeah. Two asking the question, if let's say there are different rows on the top of header. If different rows on the top, you can find some indicator. Like just now, certain column, that's now. We can use that one. So that is something easy. If let's say your data is a bit much more complex, we have yes, we have a session suitable for you. So let me have a quick update now. Yeah, quick update for what is going to happen in the near future. Tang, tang, tang. We have a session called Ask Me Anything. How many of you have came to this session, Ask Me Anything? If you do, please type AMA. If you do, type in. AMA means Ask Me Anything. It's 1 hour session. The purpose to ask a practical question that you face in your work. Of course, you need to make sure the things simpler and not so complex. Sometimes we do not know how to ask the question. You can PM 30. I have been running this with the planning until end of the year. Each month we have one session of AMA. So it's only 1 hour. The second update is meet and greet. So it's a very fun field clay workshop. It allows you to use the clay to form the cups or mud. It allows you to build certain things. Search out for good times in my town. We're going to have a meet and greet over there. You just purchase your ticket online. If you go to some other platform, is able to give you a discounted ticket rather than compared to walk-in. Walk-in is a little bit higher, and if you go purchase earlier, you will get a discounted rate. So we are going to be there on 13th of June, 11 to 12. It's about 1 hour plus. So if you want to meet all of us here, do come for this session. I will purchase my ticket. And the next one is the group study for R.O.C.K Your Data. Group study number 4 will be happening in 20th of June. 20th of June, and Yeah, that is same timing, 9 to 11. And we have a public workshop. Sometimes we have received a request, people want to learn about Power BI. So they are going to have a public workshop. So that means even though your company is sending 1 or 2 person, reach out to us. We share this one, or reach out to Wendy. Wendy is in the group as well. 17 to 19 August, Monday to Tuesday, and 9 to 5. The venue is in one of the hotels in KL. So this hotel is quite nice. It's next to a recreation theme park, a recreation park. Yep. So it's Monday, Tuesday. So this session, you can see the similar experience you are going through. You will learn the thinking process behind. So you are not learning about which button to click. Beside the buttons to click, you will know why we do this, why not the other way. Yeah, it's quite fun. So these are things I will share in the group. Yeah, thank you. Yes, thank you, Jennifer, for answering. Yeah, there are videos for all this session is in the YouTube video. So later on, I will compile again and send in the group. So do reach out to us if you need some support. If your company is organizing the Excel training in-house, do reach out to us. And I'm very thankful for your support. If your friends require certain training about Excel, do reach out to us as well. I'm more than happy to assist. Okay, with that, thank you very much and wish you have a great weekend. And bye-bye.